If you haven't seen this, Bill Gates recently posted an article titled "The Age of AI Has Begun." Hey, I'm Marina, and I spent my whole career in tech and AI, and today I'm going to tell you my opinion about these articles, a little bit of a summary, so that if you don't want to read it, you don't have to. First, Bill Gates talks about how AI has the potential to reduce some of the world's worst inequities. He talks about how in the States, the best opportunity for reducing inequity is to improve education, particularly making sure that students succeed at math, as math is one of the indicators of great future careers. He also talks about climate change, in which the injustice of climate change is that people who are suffering the most, meaning the world's poorest people, are also the one who did the least to contribute to the actual problem. And he also talks about how the world needs to make sure that everyone, not just people who are well off or well educated currently, benefits from artificial intelligence. He then moves on to talk about how any new technology that is so disruptive, like AI has been with ChatGPT, for example, is bound to make people uneasy. And even for us that we have been in technology for a while, it makes us a little bit fearful of what's to come. But he understands why. It raises hard questions for communities and societies about workforce, the legal system, privacy, bias, and a lot more. He also talks about AI making factual mistakes and experience of hallucinations. So hallucination in this context are confident responses from an AI that are just completely wrong. One example of hallucination is when somebody wrote into a ChatGPT, when did Leonardo da Vinci paint the Mona Lisa? And ChatGPT responded in 1815. This is factually incorrect. He painted it between 1503 and 1506. Another example has been when somebody said to ChatGPT, tell me a fact about George Washington. And AI said, he was known for inventing the cotton gin. Again, factually wrong. Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. He highlights a quote about how advances in AI will enable the creation of a personal agent. I am super passionate about this topic. In fact, I've started a company called Delegate just about this, but I am so excited to see AI taking over more of the calendar management type of task, helping with general household tasks like buying groceries, scheduling laundering, finding kids' activities, having insurance, scheduling car maintenance, paying taxes, signing up and paying for healthcare, and all this good stuff that we really don't want to do. AI is not really good yet at this, and it's going to take a lot of work to get it where you can actually do all these things, but I am excited and hoping that this happens. The key to understand here is that when productivity goes up, society benefits because people are freed up to do other things, at work and at home, that are more creative. And basically what this says is like we can let go of the menial task, unless, you love doing those. All for that, right? But if you don't want to do this menial task, you can get freed up to do other more creative, more in line with yourself tasks or projects. He then moves on to talk about healthcare and education, two specific initiatives that the Bill Gates Foundation cares a lot about. AI has the potential to revolutionize various industries, including healthcare and education, like he mentions, by increasing efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. There needs to be policies, though, that support education and training programs that are necessary to ensure workers are equipped with the skills needed to succeed in this new job market. And society needs to prepare for changing by investing in education and healthcare training programs to help adapt this new technology and into the real world. There's a lot more that he goes into healthcare education. You can feel free to read that for yourself if you're interested. Last but not least, Bill Gates talks about the risks and problems with AI, which I honestly found fascinating. So what does it say? There aren't necessarily good. AI is not necessarily good at understanding the context of a human request, which sometimes leads to strange results. He gives the example of when you ask AI to potentially create a trip, it may come up with fictitious hotels or locations because it doesn't understand that you're actually trying to create an actual trip or a travel plan for you or your group. Also, AI gives wrong answers to math problem because it struggles with abstract reasoning. ChatGPT is also not really good at math, and in another video this week, I will tell you why. There is a possibility that AIs will run out of control. And this is a big, I think, fear for a lot of people. But my professional opinion is that we're very far from that, and that most technologies have today, at least, an off switch. So I don't think there's anything yet to worry. He mentioned 3 types of AI in this article that I think a lot of people are talking about, but I don't know if everybody knows the definition. One is superintelligence, AGI is the second one, and strong AI is the third one. If you want to know what those mean, please check out my video that it's called What is Superintelligence, AGI, and Strong AI. Lastly, I think he makes a lot of noteworthy comments about how the advancements in AI must be guided by a framework of ethical principles in order to avoid harmful consequences. And this is not in place yet. Software engineering has been a mostly self-regulated industry, and except for GDPR and some other data privacy regulations. But he talks about how this needs to be more regulated, which I totally agree with. Last but not least, he mentions the importance of addressing ethical issues related to the development and deployment of AI, particularly around issues of bias and privacy, because how AI is developed and deployed, it needs to be done in a responsible and ethical manner, again, in order to assure equality and equity in technology. I hope you liked the summary of this article. Follow me for more information like this one on technology and AI.